I got involved writing for animation when I lost a bet. It wasn't planned, but there you have it. I was stuck in there for 2 years. Now it's like a second skin to me. I can write for non-living things and living things. It's all the same. There's no difference. There's no difference. We would write a live-action episode of Zim the same way we wrote an animated one, were there to be a live-action, which there's not.
I'd actually never written for an animated show before Zim, so it was great that my first experience could be on such an absolutely radical show.
How did I come to work on Zim? It's a sordid tale. I've been friends with Jonan for about 9 years, so they asked him to do this little thing, and he just sort of brought me on board. It was the right thing to do for him.
I actually got to write for Zim quite by accident. I was pitching something else to Mary Harrington, and she said, we can't find anyone who's capable of writing for this show, and it's because Jonan is insane. But why don't you come and pitch some ideas? And I came into Jonan's office, and there were pictures of pigs on the wall. And the first thing I pitched was Bad Bad Rubber Piggy. That was the idea pitch that Jonan liked. And after that, they brought me on. And after 18 weeks, they said they'd actually pay me. And I wouldn't just have to steal bagels to survive. So it was pretty good.
There must be some way of stopping him. Some point in history where he's still vulnerable to the piggy.
A character I liked writing for was Gaz, because I felt like she wasn't really explored that much. I know everyone else probably said Gur, because you get to, I made it myself kind of stuff, but I like playing with a deeper character, like in Game Slave.
Locations, live performing now!
You mean what Zim character do I most identify with? None. No. Actually, I don't think I identify. I think it's the easiest actually I think it was easiest to identify with Dib, just because he's the guy who's actually understands. He's the only person who sees how crazy everything is.
I don't have control of my arms.
I'm letting you live this time, Dib, but only because I'm still getting through this last level.
But Gaz!
So even though he may be the most annoying to listen to, because America hates Dib, but it was easier to identify with Dib in a lot of situations. But I like Gur. He's happy and dancing.
I gotta go, Big. I'll see you later. I gotta go, Big. I'll see you later.
Dib is a great character because he is the hero, but it's such a tragic situation because no one really believes him.
Quit it! Hey, I'm delicious. Gaz, taste me. I'm delicious.
I always loved Gaz the best, and I think I associated with her the most, partly because she's, the primary female character on the show, but just how sarcastic she was, and she just didn't relate to anybody, and I think so many young girls kind of can relate to her. I know I did, even though I'm not young.
In all honesty, the characters did evolve over time. I think Zim became a lot more Canadian.
Now, behold the Doom Cannon! I can't, it's invisible. But you can see me? That's what I said.
Dib actually got more rational as the show went on. If you look at the early episodes, he's just screaming like a maniac, and by the time you get to like Mega Doomer, he's still screaming like a maniac, but Dib seems to be able to, he realizes, he has these moments of why bother, which he didn't have early on.
Well, at least I have something recorded on disc. It wasn't a total loss.
It's just, he's like, this is stupid. The only person in the entire cartoon who seems to realize that everything going on around him might be incredibly stupid is Dib.
I think Zim is not stupid. I think he's just ill-equipped to handle his duties.
Baby! Baby! Oh, baby! Baby!
I don't think he's a dumb guy. Well, sometimes he's dumb. But he means well, if well can be interpreted as destroying all humanity and Earth as we know it.
Another win for the Urkin army. Clean, lemony, fresh victory is mine.
I'd say the Postulio one is my favorite episode that I'm most proud of because I really had to lobby to have that one made. Jonan was for it. He wanted to have it done.
I will call you Postulio. Together we can hypnotize the enemy and bend them to my will.
I made Postulio shirts and wore them around. I gave them to a bunch of the people to wear. Still have them.
He is your master. He is.
Go away.
I was given a lot of creative freedom to come up with my my stories, and then we'd all work as a group to better them.
When you realize you have license to write incredibly insane dialogue, you just want to write incredibly insane dialogue.
But Invader's blood marches through my veins like giant radioactive rubber pants. The pants command me. Do not ignore my veins.
We were allowed to have a lot of creative freedom on the show. We would write our premise, and we would write an outline, then we would write the script. All of that time was incredibly creative. We could do whatever we wanted.
As far as influencing my writing, I always tried to live in a bubble, so to speak, so that I don't have influences. But, you know, I guess everyone's a victim of being influenced by something. I mean, you can't deny it, but I can't honestly say what's ever influenced my writing.
Evacuate the city! No hurry though, just you know, whenever.
I liked Walk for Your Lives. I liked that. I thought that turned out really well. I liked writing that with the big slow explosion, although they had a real tough time explaining that to everyone. And, you know, I liked Mortos, their Soul Stealer. Everyone seems to hate Mortos, their Soul Stealer, but I like it, and so that's too bad.
Who likes a Soul Stealer? You do, don't you?
I like Chickenfoot a lot. Chickenfoot is one of my favorites. Writing for Dib actually was a lot of fun when you just had the just Dib stories, because you could, you know, when he's a little bit sane, I think he plays better, and so Chickenfoot was really good, especially because just Chickenfoot himself is the nutcase in that one. But when we originally wanted to have Ricardo Montalban be the voice of Chickenfoot, but he was not available. There was no Montalban available. So I mean, you know, you write stuff and you hope it turns out good, and like, you know, some stuff turns out better than other things, and you know.
Okay, what's the secret of Chickenfoot? Ask the dirty chicken.
There were only some long-term plans. There was going to be, if the show ran for like 3-4 years, like near the end, Dib was going to go on a quest to find out why his life was so horrible, and it was slowly through that quest going to be revealed that actually Dib was a creation of Dr. Membrane, Professor Membrane, as an experiment.
Shh, not now, son. I'm making toast.
I found it difficult to exclude pig humor. Everything we wrote, somehow pig jokes crept in. And pig jokes and burrito jokes crept into everything.
Shut your noise tube, taco human.
That's hard to say. Pig or moose humor. 5 times fast. Overused. I'm tired of pigs and mooses. Or mooses is... It
was like a virus. It was like roaches just crawling all over your scripts. I mean, pig jokes, burrito jokes, pig jokes, burrito jokes, and you had to really just take a breather and just look at what you've done before you could really show that to the public.
I don't think I actually ever put a pig into any of my scripts. It was probably, I guess I could have gotten a few more scripts done had I put a pig in. But pigs were a huge part of the show, which I appreciate because they're so, you know, cute and disgusting all at the same time, much like the show.